Lullaby Valley, Sweet Dreams. The mirror that didn't show ears. In a little house lived a bunny named Lily. She had the biggest ears around, long, soft, with little white spots. But Lily felt shy about them. "They'll laugh at me," she thought. "They'll say I look weird." Every morning she tried to hide her ears under a hat, behind a scarf, under her hood, and she always checked the mirror, hoping maybe her ears looked smaller, but the mirror said nothing. It just showed her the way she was. One day, Lily found an old mirror in the attic. It was dusty, but it had a sign on it, "Mirror for True Eyes." When Lily looked into it, the mirror suddenly spoke. "I don't show what you dislike, I show who you really are." And suddenly, instead of just big ears, she saw them dancing in the wind, catching the sounds of birds and the music of rain. She saw the moment they helped her hear a baby chick crying far under the grass. She saw her mom gently petting her ears as she fell asleep, and the mirror whispered, "These aren't just ears. They're part of your kindness, your care, your heart. You're not weird, you're you, and that's your superpower." From that day on, Lily never hid her ears again, because real beauty isn't looking like everyone else, it's seeing what makes you you. The Fairy Tale, the Snail, and the Fast Day. In the garden, where everything was always in a hurry, bees buzzed, ants rushed back and forth, and the wind hurried the leaves along, lived a snail named Lori. Lori was never in a rush. She didn't hurry through breakfast, didn't rush to speak, and even smiled slowly. To the others, this seemed strange. "Lori, you're last again. Why are you so slow?" Lori quietly stepped aside and went on being herself. One day, trouble came to the garden. After a heavy rain, part of the path was washed away, and an ant named Tito got lost. Everyone ran around calling for him, but no one knew where he might have gone. "He once said he likes the old oak," Lori suddenly remembered. "I know the way there, but it's a long, narrow path." While the others rushed about in panic, Lori began her slow, careful crawl, and sure enough, under the oak, wet and sad, sat Tito. "You came," he whispered. Lori covered him with her shell and helped him find the way back. Since then, no one laughed at her slowness again, because speed isn't always about legs. Sometimes getting there just means knowing the way and not hurrying past the important turns. Lullaby Valley, Sweet Dreams. The Puppy and the Cloud Bed. In a small meadow where daisies swayed in the breeze lived a golden puppy named Sunny. He was playful, clumsy, and full of endless energy. Sunny spent his days chasing butterflies, rolling down grassy hills, and wagging his tail at every friend he met. But when night came, he always had the same trouble. He could never fall asleep easily, no matter how soft his blanket was. No matter how many times he yawned, Sunny tossed and turned. "If only I had the perfect bed," he sighed one evening, staring up at the glowing moon. That night, something magical happened. a small puff of cloud drifted down from the sky, floating like a feather. It hovered right above Sunny and whispered in a voice as gentle as the wind, "Climb on, little one." Sunny wagged his tail and leapt. To his surprise, the cloud held him, soft and cool, like cotton dipped in moonlight. The cloud lifted him higher, drifting past the treetops, carrying him into the night sky. Up and up they went, past owls gliding on silent wings and bats darting playfully. Finally, they reached a wide field of clouds glowing faintly with starlight. "Welcome to the cloud bed," whispered his cloud. Sunny nestled into the fluffiest part, his paws sinking deep. It was so comfortable he felt his eyelids grow heavy at once. Around him, other small animals were already curled up, a rabbit snoring softly, a squirrel hugging its tail, even a hedgehog tucked into a tiny pocket of mist. The stars above twinkled brighter, as if watching over them. The moon smiled gently, casting her silver glow across the cloud bed. Sunny sighed happily. For the first time he felt perfectly safe, perfectly warm, perfectly at rest. When dawn approached, the cloud carried Sunny back down to the meadow. He awoke in his little nest of grass, still wrapped in the memory of that. Lullaby Valley, Sweet Dreams. The Pajamas that went to a party. A girl named Mila was invited to her friend's birthday party. All the girls were wearing fancy dresses, shiny hair clips, and strawberry lip balm. But Mila wanted to wear her favorite pajamas. They were soft, had pockets, and were covered in clouds and little bears. "But that's not pretty," her mom said. "You'll look like you just rolled out of bed." "But I feel like myself in them," Mila whispered. "They make me feel cozy and calm, and I want to be me." She stood in front of the mirror for a long time. Then she picked up the pajamas, added a little bow, put on her sneakers and went. At the party, everyone froze. "In pajamas? Is this a joke?" But then one girl whispered, "I wanted to wear mine too, but I got scared." And another said, "I have the same ones. Can I sit with you?" Half an hour later, everyone was sitting on the carpet, eating cake and laughing. No one cared about the dresses anymore. Mila sat in her bare pajamas and felt happy. Sometimes being brave isn't about jumping into fire. It's showing up in a room full of shoulds and still choosing to be you.